don't think you are. I think you're still a small little guy. A small little fish fry.
I'm fat. I need to knock my crap off.
I don't know what you mean by that, but
You need to stop
he's
eating.
like, I'm fat. Man, I just watched the man on TikTok smack a whole pizza.
I'd love it. Hey, what's up? We're live. All right, here we go.
Yeah, we're just going right into it, you know.
Hi, I'm Austin Eartham.
I'm Taylor Patton. Welcome to Kitchen Table Podcast.
We're here to motivate, educate, and relate to you guys, sharing our stories, helping you get 1% better in all areas of your life. Welcome to episode number 53. We're talking how honesty is the policy, baby. Another tough subject to do, tough to be honest. I'm a professional liar. But I think honesty is the key. So,
Right. Just think about people that play poker. You gotta have like a
they ain't lying. They just keep a straight face.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah, they're bluffing, man.
yeah. When I bluff, or like tell like,
It's obvious.
yeah. I just I'm so bad at it.
Blowing smoke.
If I get caught up in it, like I smile too fast.
I'm pretty good.
Yeah.
When I'm serious,
It's like
I'm pretty good at it.
Mm.
I'm very good
That's
at like
what-
manipulation we talked about. I
really
can
get
come up.
into it.
Normally they say if you lie, like you just have to create more lies and have more story and story and story. I'm a professional storyteller.
Are you? though?
Yes. Like I'll tell people. The other day I was like, yeah,
Right.
there's no way the sticks were left for a kid that I had, and it was. And I basically like convinced this person that what was left behind was not because it was not my fault.
Or it's kind of like when you're talking to a fisherman and they're like, how big was the fish? And then it's like, then they say it's yay big, and you know it's not even close or whatever.
Yeah, you hold the camera close so the pictures it looks like it's huge.
Yeah.
That's something they do. It's like
Yeah.
an Instagram reality versus Instagram real type deal. Anyways, no news this week. Challenge recap. Challenge last week was to try to forgive somebody or think about if you need to be forgiven and what you could do to ask for forgiveness or to give forgiveness. Taylor and I both, again, talked about ours kind of in the episode. So leave us a comment, send us a text, tweet, whatever the heck you want to do. Get in contact, fax us for all we care. Well, you don't have fax, that probably won't work. And let us know if you got the challenge completed or not and how you're doing overall. Also, did you know that a couple weeks ago, we were officially halfway through the year? So I was thinking about, remember how we went through like New Year's Eve challenges and stuff, or New Year's resolutions, like right before New Year's?
Yeah.
We're halfway through. Like those of you who are struggling on stuff, let's keep trying to reach those goals. Let's get back on track if we're not. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I was just thinking about that. It's off topic. Sorry.
Right.
But we got to get
Yeah,
1%
yeah.
better.
Halfway through the year, kind of wild.
Yeah. I mean, we're a little late on it, but
And then you like look and you're like 5 years, you look at your like five year goals and all that, and you're like so far away.
I know.
Like being like 30, I still feels like so far away.
I know.
But
But it's
then
not.
like I feel like we're gonna blink and then we're gonna be 30, running around like little Rugrats.
Did you know like half our life is when we started high school? Half our life ago, we were freshmen in high school. That's how far past high school we are.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Crazy. Going back to high school would be wild.
Yeah, I'd like it.
I'd go back.
Me too. Anyways, quote of the week this week is by John Lennon.
Heck yeah, great guy.
So it says, being honest may not get you a lot of friends, but it will always get you the right ones.
I agree 100%.
Why?
Retweet.
Why do you retweet?
Why? Because when you're honest, you're able to be vulnerable, and that if you constantly have to hide your honesty or hide yourself, because I feel like a lot of people struggle with who they are as a person because they're constantly putting on different masks for different people. When you can take off masks and take off different personalities they personify in front of different people and just be who they are truly, and then the right people are going to be in your life.
Clip that.
If you're and this is like that's something that people work through continuously. Like people change continuously, especially with today's age, and that with technology at our fingertips and that how easy it is to change and become a different person overnight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we kind of lost that in society of being real. I would say being real or being a man to somebody.
Yeah. And it's
easy to be fake.
Yeah. And I honestly just think like we're at a certain time where like people haven't figured out technology yet.
Mm-hmm.
And that so really it's just like a learning curve. Like and that like people just haven't quite figured out like it's so brand new and that people are kind of just flying by the seat of their pants because once again, like I was thinking about this, I was like how the heck did everyone get internet overnight?
They didn't.
That's what I'm saying. But
it started in like 1999 or something.
But it feels like overnight we had internet. I'm dead serious. I remember having a computer and it at like being like 8 years old.
Yeah, you just have the cord, the Ethernet cords.
But I just like blinked, like you blinked, and then everyone had internet.
Yeah, it's because we were young. We didn't understand anything.
I know, but then like looking back on it,
just outside playing.
Yeah, but just like looking back on it, like everyone blinked, and everyone had internet.
Yeah.
And then you blinked again, and then everyone had iPhones.
Smartphones.
Yeah.
Me and the iPhones. But yeah. And now next thing you look, everybody's gonna have crypto.
Yeah, so I just think like people are just changing their personalities because they're trying to figure out technology. Because now like not only are you yourself in real life, you yourself are online. Granted, social media is a highlight reel of your life, and that I guess it can't be your real life, but for 98% of the people, and that social media is just a highlight reel, which is honestly pretty cool that you're able to, like, just thinking like 10, 15 years, you're able to look back on the high points in your life.
That is cool.
We're way off topic from honesty, but
not really.
But I guess your highlight reel is like not really being honest, and that with the like because a lot of like what out of 100 days, and that if you're achieving something in 100 days, 99 of those days usually so. And
how many of those days do you lie? Do you think too?
Do I lie? I lie to myself every day. Because
That's my point.
Especially going the way I'm always like, this is fake weight, this is fake weight. Right before I lift it, easy weight, fake weight. Like,
I want to talk about all that.
I'm like when I run when I was running like 6 miles, I'm like, that's not that far. And then I'm at it, and I'm like a mile in, I'm like, this is.
I do it every day too. Okay, we gotta hold on. We got so much. I got so many thoughts right now because I wrote that down. Because this is gonna be a little. I'm going to touch on this, and then we'll go through the rest of it, and then we'll come back to it to give a little insight for the episode. Because I wrote down, is it even okay to not lie during sports? Like, can you lie for sports?
I don't know what you mean by that.
Like, in your head, like, oh, this weight's not that much. You can do it.
Oh,
but you know, like, this is going to be hard. Or telling somebody, you got 1 minute left, but really they got 3 minutes left. You know what I mean? Like, just to keep pushing them.
Yeah.
Or, like, how you said people don't know yourself. I think that's why people lie, is because they don't know themselves and they want to get away with it, or they're trying to get out of something because they're afraid to be a man about it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or they don't want to admit they're wrong. Yeah. So that's the other stuff I want to hit on when we get to this that I wrote down. And then that leads me into the Bible verse, which is John chapter 8, verse 32, and it says, "And you will know the truth, and the truth will set you free."
Boom.
Lying doesn't get you anywhere in the end. Usually, you got to tell the truth to get you free.
Yeah, because then if you
that's how you got freedom on your shirt.
Which reverted back to last week, and that if you listen to our forgiveness thing, get caught up in a lie, then you're not telling the truth. I mean, you got to seek forgiveness to this person if you care about them.
I like it.
Yeah. My car also lies to me every day. You know this? That my tire pressure gauge is always on.
Oh, the light's on?
Yeah. It never goes off. In my tire, and I
check it?
Yeah. I check
I used to have a car that
probably every other week or so. And in the summer, usually it's like once a month.
It's annoying to check it. Yeah. Especially in the winter.
But I have to make sure. I'm like, picks me off that it just won't.
Yeah. Have you tried to reset the button in the?
Yeah. It just comes back on. Yeah. But I mean, at the end of the day, it's not a big deal. But I just.
Yeah, but it's just annoying. I hate nuances like that. But you know what else I would never lie about, though? Of course you do know.
How much you care about Ricardo?
Yes. not even care about it, just love it.
Yeah.
Just the ability to replace my glycogen storage and feel recovered quicker. Half people don't know what glycogen is.
That was my first thought. I was like,
Basically,
I know 95% of people listening now don't know what that is.
Basically, when you feel tired and your muscles feel weak, it repairs it quicker.
Yeah.
It's like when you're working out, you're breaking down that muscle, you're tearing the tissues.
Yeah.
Glycogen is going to repair it, so you're going to feel recovered again. So you feel like you can keep running or keep doing your lift, whatever it is. Yeah. It repairs it quicker. It's like what Gatorade kind of does, only in a healthier, more efficient, quicker absorbing way.
Yeah.
So there's your science lesson for the day too. And all that was true information. You're welcome. Ad break. We'll be right back to you. Get the $1 bills, y'all.
Another thing, I don't know. I feel like I don't lie to people a lot. Mm-hmm. Normally, I'm gonna say normally. Sometimes, like I feel like I lie to kids and that to get them out of issues or get them moving on.
Yeah.
Which is bad, but at the same point, I'm like, I don't know. I feel like I have mixed emotions about it. But anyway, one thing I feel like I lie to myself probably the most. And one thing I always say is like, I'll do it tomorrow.
Yeah, that's not good.
Maybe we talked about this.
That's not good. I think we have, but that's not good.
I always tell them, I was like, I'll do it tomorrow.
You can't plead with yourself and make deals with yourself.
Right. Like the worst thing is when you're low on gas and you go like, I'll get it tomorrow.
Well, then you screw yourself.
Yeah, because then, especially me, because I'll forget I need gas. Because I need gas, but then I forget. And so in the morning, I'm already running late, as per usual. And so then I know I have to get gas. I'm already later than normal. Mm-hmm. It's just a never-ending cycle that I
can't plead with yourself. You got to commit to excellence.
Yeah, because I also think I also want to go back to Sam's or Costco and get gas there too. So that's maybe I can make it this far and then I'll get gas tomorrow at Costco.
That's why I always get it when I feel like I need gas. I just get it now and be done with it.
Yeah.
Or I'm the opposite. I feel like I try to do too much. I'm in this waiting mode with my hip right now that I really want to work out and I feel like I can do it. And then I start to do it and I'm like, I can't do this right now. Because in the long, it might not be really painful, but in the long run, it's not going to heal then.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to screw myself over. So it's hard. I think this is all about patience somewhat as well.
Yeah.
But you definitely can't lie to yourself and plead with yourself that it's okay to not be excellent. The hardest step to take is the first one.
Yeah. One thing with honesty in that, if you're being honest with people around you, and I feel like you just feel like not only are you a better person, but overall you feel like you
accomplished something.
Yes.
Yeah, you can hold your head high. Chest
especially you're speaking on actual business. You're speaking on actual facts and things that if you're in a company meeting, things actually need to change, and then Sarah from accounting ain't doing her job because you're 3 weeks behind on taxes or whatever they got to do, and if people aren't being held accountable and then being told hey, you're not doing something right, then nothing ever gets fixed, and it's a never-ending sorry circle for people.
Exactly, and then again, that's just not being real, and then all you're doing is holding back yourself, then your company, and then Sarah and everybody else. My mom always used to tell me to tell it as it is. As a therapist, she has to be real with people, right? And sometimes I don't do this in kicking because I want more business, So it's sometimes hard to be real with somebody. But the other day there was a camp and some people were asking about their kid, and another one of the coaches just gave it real to him. Be like, hey, you need this number. And if you can't reach that number, you're not likely to kick in college. And then people are like, oh, you just crushed their dreams. And he's like, yeah, I feel like I did. And I was like, no, you were honest with them. They're going to go spend a bunch of money other places and look for it. But in the end, you have experience and you know what the number is to hit. And so you just being real with them. Yeah. So she can either take it as it is and work towards it or quit. That's up to them. So I thought that was really interesting because he felt bad about it, and I was like, you don't need to feel bad. He's like, you handled that a lot better than I did. I was like, no, I was just I was on the feel good. I was helping them, I guess, in other aspects and trying to just avoid the question. You just straight up said, like, this is what you need. I think people need to hear that. So my mom used to always say, it's better to be mad at the truth than to sit in a lie.
Mm-hmm.
Because the truth, often everybody says the truth hurts, and it does.
Yeah.
But you need the truth. You don't have a mixed bag. This is where I'm bad. I'm a little bit naive. My mom always says I have a little bit of my grandma in me. I'm naive, or I just guess, or I say, oh, this is good enough. And then if I care about it, I'm like, it doesn't matter if I'm that close or not, because I'm going to go for it,
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes it gets me into trouble. Like school is a lot more expensive than I thought it was going to be.
Mm-hmm.
So that gets me in a little bit of trouble for other people. But then again, just let's talk about the workout stuff here. Like, is it okay to lie in sports or lie to the kid to make them do good? It's like a reinforcement. I mean, obviously, if you can tell the truth, that's number one. But if you can't, to get somebody to get the proper outcome, is that okay?
I'm saying, yeah, it just depends how you're lying to people. Are you, like, what's your motivation behind lying? Like, are you lying to make them better? Then I would say, like, yes.
Or you're lying to give them a false input. Yeah, hey, you can lift 90s and they lift 60s. There's no way they're gonna get to 90. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, oh, you can play football in college when they're kicking the ball to the 15-yard line. Not probably got kicked in college.
Never know.
Not there. You need to have some sort of motivation, I think, to get better. But
I think, like, I wouldn't call it fibbing, because that's not nice. But giving them false motivation is sometimes a good thing.
Yeah.
And then again, it depends where it's coming from. Like, are you giving? You can't set too high, like, a lie.
Yeah, because what if they catch you on it?
Yeah.
Because then that motivation drops to zero.
Yeah.
And they don't trust you. I mean, in all relationships, trust is number one, right?
Yeah.
So you got to
like, if you see a kid struggling, like defending a kid in basketball, and that you can pull aside and say, like, hey, this kid's no better than you. You're better than this kid, and give them like a little bit of like motivation, even though like the kid might not be better.
Yeah,
but
just
like
letting them
know,
it.
letting them believe and know that, like, hey, like, I'm better than this person. They're gonna come out different. Mm-hmm. And I think pushes them to be better anyway. So
yeah, I think it's a lot easier to do with somebody else than yourself, because like when I think like, oh, I can lift this, and I start watching videos and I get hyped and I do my warm-up reps and I'm like, oh crap, I can't do this. And I was like, oh, you can do it. And I get one sometimes, and sometimes I get none, sometimes I get all of them. But you get one and you're like, uh-oh. Second one's gonna be super hard. But you're like, nah, I did the first one. It was only 10 pounds heavier, and I just did. I can do it. But like in your subconscious, you're like, too tired. No way I'm gonna get this. Like, oh, 30 seconds more rest. You're like, nope, gotta do it. And you still don't. Like, to make yourself really believe it is super hard, because you're telling the lie.
Yeah.
It's just like God always knows if you're lying.
Yeah.
You can't like hide from it.
And then I overhype myself. And then like I can hit this weight, and then like. Then you like add it up and like, wow, I just put on 30 extra pounds.
Yeah.
And like from what I just wrapped, and
it's a lot.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. And then you're over here, and then like I fell a rep. But I was like, I don't know. At the same point, like at least like if people are pushing themselves to that limit, at least they're trying.
Yeah.
They might not have. They're able to. Then they discover themselves their lie, and then I don't even consider it even a lie. It's just like a false hope of achievement, which I guess is a lie. And then you can then technical, but that false hope of achievement.
If you're in a good zone, it's not too high. Maybe it's too high that moment.
Yeah.
But as long as it's not like you're not going to bench 315 after doing 225 for one, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if it's like 240, you got a shot at it.
Yeah.
So I think it depends on the context as well. But I think going back to why people like don't know themselves, I think they say a lot of things to get out of it because they're not comfortable being real with people, or real with themselves might be another. That's probably the most common one. Mm-hmm. Like all this stuff we talk about, forgiveness, honesty, loyalty. I think we're the worst at that to ourselves, not to others.
Yeah.
Because we deal with ourselves every day. And we are our own person. We can control that, so it's a enhanced effect, and you can control it. Yeah. So I think that
we lie to ourselves.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, and sometimes it's not in the good instance. Like I would say the sports one, I would agree it's good. But when we don't want to be in trouble for something, or we messed up, a lot of times, like I anyways try to lie to get out of it. It's like, I don't want that person to be mad at me, so you lie and take the guilt off yourself. You know what I mean?
And like that's one thing like I've seen a lot of people talk about on, I wouldn't say inspirational, but just videos of them talking about like achieving things. Is like you can't let yourself lie to yourself. If you say you're gonna do 30 minutes on the treadmill, you can't quit. You can't lie and say like not do it now.
Yeah.
But that's the goal you set. Like you gotta achieve it. Like, you can't let yourself down.
Yeah.
Or if you're not gonna eat sweets for a week, you're not gonna eat sweets for a week then.
Yeah.
You can't say, oh, I'll have a sweet today because it's my cheat day, and it's just a random day that you just chose to have a cheat meal on.
Yeah, you can't put it off.
Yeah.
Tomorrow never comes if you keep saying it's tomorrow.
Yeah.
And I think that comes down to character.
Yeah.
I wrote down a bunch of the issues in relationships, okay?
Yeah.
Due to lying, all right? There's issues in relationships due to lying.
First thing is character. I think we've talked about that. It's usually your character, you're lying to yourself, and then you lie to others because you don't know yourself. So it just relies on your character. And two, you don't maybe respect yourself enough to tell the truth. Or
You're ashamed.
yeah, you're ashamed, or you don't respect the person. Like if I was lying to you, it's like, oh, I don't respect that person to give them the truth. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think in a good business, you need to not only respect yourself, but you need to respect others, and they deserve to know the truth. You know, like what if it's going to affect their life later by you lying to them?
Yeah.
Then you're going to have to live with that guilt too. So you might as well just tell the truth and live with it. The other issue is that if you lie, your opinion no longer has a value.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is a really cool one to talk about.
Yeah, because especially like I want to say like on especially on like brand deals, people do like, especially like again social media blowing up and just companies reaching out to random people making deals and for products they don't care about or necessarily want.
Mm-hmm.
And but they still make a deal of either clout, money, or followers, and then them giving out a great review on a terrible product, their opinion follows through when people actually like find out like, oh, this is not not it. This is.
Yeah. I think
so. I agree with that.
Sometimes I think my value goes down because I enhance my story sometimes. Like, oh, it was 10 degrees today. No, it was 7. It was 4 degrees today. You know, like I enhance it and like make it more exaggeratory. So I think that's another thing to probably work on. Just getting everything, my research be exact and know and tell the truth. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Be a little more realistic. I kind of live in a fantasy world, I think. Man, Web3 is going to be great for me. The last couple here I think are also important. Issues in relationships. If you lie, you're not authentic or admirable.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the value. Like you don't have impact anymore.
Yeah. Especially like once you're caught once in a lie, like people will always question you.
Yeah, because it's really hard to build that trust. It's really easy to lose it.
Yeah.
And again, that talks about number one thing in a relationship we both said was trust. And the last one is it takes a lot of courage and bravery to tell the truth. I think that goes with being admirable.
Yeah.
Most society doesn't want to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah. And that, or they only want to show like one side of the truth.
Yeah. Yeah, or yeah, maybe not the full truth. That's a good point.
Yeah.
Not show the full truth. I think I do that a lot. Maybe I don't just blatantly lie. Maybe I tell half the truth and then I make up the story with that. And I have such a good memory that I just remember my story. I should probably work on all this. Man, I got a lot to work on. This whole month I've been working on stuff. That's good though.
Yeah.
So honesty is the policy. We agree, comprende?
Absolutely.
You got other stuff? We're gonna have a short episode today.
Yeah. Come on, John.
All right, let's do the challenge for this week. Again, let's keep it very simple, but it's gonna be another difficult one. Let's try not to lie for a week.
You don't even have to fix your old lies. Just don't lie this week. I should say lie in a negative way.
Yeah.
Because we talk about sports, and sometimes realistically lying to yourself might be okay.
Yeah.
All right, we'll see if we can get this one. This will be an interesting one. Thanks for tuning in. Catch you on the 1440 on Thursday, guys.
Bye.